Hello and welcome to Dharma Talk Tuesday. Does it not feel like I was literally just here like 2 seconds ago? I feel time is going by so fast and it feels like I was just doing Dharma Talk Tuesday last week. But here we are. So I want to talk to you today about the 5 steps to unleash your wealth legacy. And I'm really excited about this topic because I think there's a really big difference between you're working a strategy, working a plan, you're on track for a certain career, you're on track for a certain goal, and maybe you hit it, and then sorry, I just keep getting these text messages, getting distracted, and then maybe you hit it, and then it's like, okay, great, I hit it, and then you get comfortable, and then you fall back into old, you just get comfortable, you just get comfortable, and then you're coasting at comfortable, and all of a sudden you're like, what is going on here? And either you get uncomfortable because of a financial situation, or you just start to feel in yourself who am I? I don't even recognize myself. I'm not showing up at the level that I know I can. I've had this before, for me, my first year in business, I generated $90,000, which was insane for me, way beyond anything I'd ever done before. And then literally major breakthrough in my energy set point. It was 20,000 a year before that. So big difference. And then the year after that, I doubled it. And the year after that, I doubled it. Lots of messages coming through. And there got to a point, I think it was 3 years in for me, and I think this is pretty normal for a lot of entrepreneurs. So if you see yourself in this, give me some hearts and likes so I don't feel so alone. But it got to a point where I got really kind of cocky and kind of comfortable. And I remember there was a year, I think it was 2015, and I took the majority of August off, which isn't a bad thing. And I do that a lot still, where I'll take big chunks of time off, and we get to do that. We totally get to do that. But it's all about your attitude. I took it off in a way where I just I was over it, disconnected, lazy, totally not into it, not invested, not enrolled, over it. And I'm not proud to say that, but I think it's important to say because it's honest, and my intention is to make a difference for someone out there who may be in that phase where you feel bored by your business, or you feel bored by your career, and you just don't want to keep giving anymore. And so I went through a hard moment when I was had an incredible year up to that point, had an incredible month, and then I got kind of comfortable and cocky and lazy, and things started to kind of go down. And then for the first time, it was oh my God, I'm really uncomfortable all of a sudden. And then fortunately, I used and catalyzed that discomfort to make my way back up. And it didn't take long before I was, back at that level again. But I noticed that tendency in me to want to go back to this old comfortable place. And so I'm speaking into this right now because that's normal human nature. That is a normal tendency most people have. When they get comfortable, they're okay, that's enough. Have you ever had that where you maybe you set a goal to make 10 calls in a day, and then you make 8 and you're okay, that's enough. Or maybe you set a goal to make, let's say $5,000 in a week or $1,000 in a week, and then you make 800 or 4,000 and you're okay, that's enough. I remember I called myself a chronic 80%er, and I always made 80% enough. And the problem with that, and for me, 80% is significant. It's normal people's a lot, because I push myself so much to achieve, and I'm proud of that about myself. The problem with that, though, is that even if it looks good compared to other people, it's out of alignment for me. It's out of integrity. And every time you do that, okay, that's enough mentality, anything other than 100% with yourself, you're undermining and you're chipping away at your self-worth and at your confidence. And so here's the problem. Your own personal human will isn't going to get you to 100% most of the time. There's really no trick to getting you to 100% other than one thing. And I want to share with you that one thing today, and then the 5 steps to really locking that into your life to make sure that it really holds you there. And that one thing is legacy. So some people call this your why, but ultimately it's the thing that drives you, even when you get uncomfortable, even when you get tired, even whether you're comfortable or uncomfortable, either way, it's when you feel like you want to stop. Your legacy is going to be the thing where it like goes into your mind and it wakes you up like, oh, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm putting in a couple extra hours today. This is why I'm paying the prices of discomfort right now, because I have this legacy I'm working towards with my family or for my kids or my grandkids or, future generations or the planet or whatever. And that's the thing that's going to motivate you when your own motivation runs out. And so it is imperative that you be absolutely crystal clear on what your legacy is, because I promise you, whether you're having major success or you're starting to you're going to have your moments that I just described to you that I had. And thank God I have a really grounded legacy that I was able to turn to. And the more grounded I got with that legacy, the less I had to worry that my own willpower was going to stop and I wouldn't have other fuel to run on, right? Really good stuff. And so I'm going to go over the 5 steps to unleash your wealth legacy right now. But before I do, I want to say hi to who is watching. So Jolyn, hello. Catherine, hi. Oh, and I should also mention that if you know of somebody who could benefit from this conversation and this topic, and that it would really inspire them, definitely hit the share button, tag them in the comments below, and let's include them in the conversation. Because I'm clear that I can't change the world by myself. So I need your guys' help. So let's all change the world together and invite others to be engaged in this conversation. Hi, Natanya. I'm so happy to see you here. So if you're watching and you're clear on what your legacy is, I would love for you to just type it in the box. If you're not clear on what your legacy is, that's okay too. And what you can type in is, I'm not clear on what my legacy is, but here's what I'm thinking, or I'd love to get clear on it, or like some kind of engagement, because that's going to start to activate that intention and that process in your brain and your body to start to call in the intention of that clarity. Hi, Hannah. It's amazing to see you. How are you? Giovanna, so good to see you. All right, let's go. So step one is obviously getting clear on your legacy. Step 1 is getting clear on your legacy. So I'm going to stop right here and say this. If you are not already in it, there is a 5-day challenge that follows each of these steps that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Catherine or someone, do you have access to the link? Catherine, you should it's in, you guys, anyone who received my email with I should have been prepared and had it copy and pasted on my clipboard, but it's the 5-day challenge link, and it's the email entitled 5-day challenge. If one of you would just post that in the comment section, that'd be amazing. Okay, moving right along. So on day 1, I did a Facebook Live in our Facebook group, which if you if you register at the link, that will be in the box. If not, during this live stream, then afterwards when I hop off, you register, you join the Facebook group. On day 1, I did the very first video. I had the honor and privilege and pleasure of doing the first video out of all of the 8 videos that you're going to be receiving from us this week. And by us, I mean the 8 master leaders, myself being one of them, who are leading you in this challenge. And the first thing I had you do was a specific exercise to get you clear on your legacy. And I gotta tell you, the response to the homework that I gave in that particular video, I'm not going to tell you what it is because you got to register, was overwhelming, to the point where I was watching the videos and it made me emotional, because that's how a legacy should be. It should move you. It should move other people. It should bring you to tears. It should bring them to tears. Like, that's when you know a legacy is really locked in. Like, that's when you know that's it. And so that's step 1. Getting crystal clear on your legacy, okay? Step 2 is having proper strategy to leverage that strategy so that you actually start to make the impact that you desire to make. So legacy is about affecting other people in a positive, empowering way. It's about affecting the environment or animals or the space or technology in a positive and empowering way. That's the legacy we're talking about, is the positive and empowering kind. And so in step 2, on day 2 of the challenge, you learn a strategy. You learn actually 2 powerful strategies to get moving with that. And part of that is being willing to connect with people. It's like, are you willing to have conversations about your legacy? Are you willing to really own that legacy, to say, okay, I'm Julie. I'm a stand for transformation in the world, and I'm going to stop at nothing to create that, to be source for that. Like, are you willing to do that? So are you willing to have conversations with people about it? Are you willing to have Facebook Lives about it? And so again, there's 2 specific strategies that are shared on day 2 inside the challenge. Day 3 is about activating your wealth codes inside of you. So this is the energetic side of things. If you are a client of mine or you've been to one of my events, you've been following me for a while, you know the importance and the power of the energetic side. So I teach it through yoga, but what we're actually doing in the challenge is my friend Karina Stewart is teaching it through something that she teaches called Soul Wealth Codes. And it's these beautiful, intuitive, like visualization experiences where she goes into your energy. And it's like, whether you're live on the training or on the recording, like time and space are irrelevant when she's doing these codes. It goes into your soul and it like switches up the gears so that it affects something inside your soul to help you manifest differently. It's unbelievable. She is so powerful. She's like a wealth code sorceress. She's so amazing. And so that's step 3. And the thing about step 3 is that whether you come to the challenge and do the wealth codes activation with us, or you're doing like what I teach my clients to do, which is the energy alignment through yoga, or maybe you have another modality that you use, like some people like EFT tapping. It's so important that you're tapping into the energetic side of things, because there's a whole realm of spirit out there that if you're not tapping into and aligning with it, you are leaving so much opportunity on the table and you're making it so much harder for yourself than it needs to be. Okay, so that is step 3. Step 4 is tribe. So what is your connection with your tribe? Do you have a tribe? You get to have a tribe. You get to generate a tribe. You get to learn how to be magnetic and attractive to people to come to you like flies to a light bulb or whatever, moths to a light. And to really be that lighthouse where people are like, yes, there she is. That's the answer. I'm going to her. And to really emulate that in your body. You know, it's so funny because I always tell people it's not so much what you're saying, it's how you make people feel. Like half the time when I'm listening to someone who I'm inspired by, who I feel like really drawn to, I don't remember what they said, but I remember how they made me feel. And that's a Maya Angelou quote. People don't remember what you said, but they'll remember how you made them feel. So you get to make a choice in how you share your heart and how you show up. Again, like, is your legacy permeating every cell in your body such that when you communicate, when you move through the world, that reaches out and touches people and they feel that legacy, they feel that impact, they feel that drive inside of you and feel compelled and inspired to follow along with you and for you. Okay. And then step 5 is becoming unstoppable. And this is where you become unworried, and not in like a delusional way, but truly like unwavering in your faith and in your heart, like a sense of peace. You have a sense of peace in your heart that no matter what's happening in the world or in your bank account or in your family or in your relationship or in your business or whatever, that you're good and that you're safe. And you guys, this part is so important because things will happen. Like life happens, lifes, as they say. And it's inside you. It's your choice in how you engage with lifing. You know, what are the stories that you make up and how do you navigate that? And that's step 5. And it's really important because your legacy is not just going to happen on its own. And there will be blocks and there will be obstacles and you get to choose how you deal with it. And I promise you it's much easier to make good choices that are aligned with your legacy when you're partnered with, I'm like linking arms, partnered with other tribe members and people who get you and other light workers who stand for your vision and for your legacy. So it would be really smart for you to register for this 5-day challenge and be a part of this Facebook group, because there's really something special. This is not just any normal 5-day challenge. I'm not just saying it because I'm a part of it. I'm noticing, because I've been a participant in other 5-day challenges, that this particular community of people is very earnest and very heart-centered and very open and giving and loving and connected and supportive. And this is not any normal 5-day challenge. The leaders are my friends, and we all support each other. We're intimately connected. We talk every single day, and we're very intentional about what we're creating here. So you don't want to miss it, period. End of story. I don't want you to miss out. All right. Catherine says, I'm on phone today. No links. Okay, no worries. Zenfu, hello. Hannah says, I need this link. All right, I'll make sure to get it to you as soon as I hop off here. Betsy says, hey, Julie, I love this. Looking forward to seeing the link to the challenge. I'm sorry, guys, for dropping the ball and not having it already on my clipboard to post it here. I'm like, oh, can I make it over to the computer? No, I'm just going to do it when I sign off. All right, so that's it for today, you guys. And I'm just excited to see you over in the Unleash Your Wealth Legacy Challenge Facebook group and for you to experience the energy and the love that I've been experiencing over the last couple of days. And for you to come be a part of it and contribute to it and really get locked in for you on what your legacy is. And if you already are locked in on your legacy, to deepen those roots so that you really do become unstoppable, unshakable, and I don't know. I just have this vision of a world where people don't get thrown off so easily. I see people allow, I'm just going to go on a rant here for a second. Is that okay? I was speaking with 2 different people today who were basically like, they lost faith. And one of them was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. It's not worth it. It's not like I want to spend time with my family and my vision's not worth it. And the other person was like, I really need to see the evidence in my business and in the world before I can make a commitment. And in both cases, like, unfortunately, that's just not how the universe works. Like, the way that the universe works is you believe inside you, and then the results happen after that. It's not like evidence and then belief. It's like belief and then evidence. She had it out of order. But for someone who's more analytically minded, that's really hard, and I get that. Unfortunately, that's a skill that she gets to build. How does it become built? Through dropping in with her legacy and believing in that more than she believes in anything else, and seeing that there's no other possibility other than her legacy and taking action accordingly. For the first one, with regards to the it's not worth it thing, what I had shared with her was, what's not worth it is feeling stressed out and broke and reactive and angry all the time. And having that rub off on your kids, that's not worth it. I was like, how's that working for you? And then I said, that's the breakthrough for you in staying committed and staying on it. And yeah, maybe you'll work really hard 1 or 2 days a week and then spend quality time with your family the other days so that you can create results and then create the space to enjoy them, which is really how I operate. And that's how I teach my clients to operate. It's worth it to get through those insidious upper limits and those ceilings that your ego builds in for you that feel very real in order to leave your legacy for not just yourself, but your kids, for not just your kids, but their kids. And it all starts with you. You're responsible. It all starts with you. So I landed that for both of them, and they were like, oh, shoot, you're right. And for both of them, they were like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm just giving that on to you too. It all comes down to legacy at the end of the day. So hopefully this supports. Look at the comments again. And before I hop off, I'm seeing if there's other comments. Larry Hayes, my, 11th or 12th grade English teacher. Hi, Mr. Hayes. I know I can call you Larry now, but it's still funny. Yay, hi. Oh my gosh, if you have some wisdom bombs to drop for us, you're one of the wisest people I know. So I would love to hear from you and hear any comments you have that would be empowering for my audience. All right. Well, that's it for now. I am sending you all love, and I will see you in the Unleash Your Wealth Legacy Facebook group. I will post the link here as soon as I hop off. And I will also see you next week on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific in the Dharma Talk Tuesday chair. Bye.